Congratulations! You've decided to start making worm castings from your own kitchen waste. The question now is, what kind of bin or system do you use to do this? You've got two options. Spend $80 to $150 and have a commercial system, which is pretty easy to use, or spend $20 in 20 minutes and build your own simpler, not so pretty system. Both of them work. Let me show you exactly what you need and how to decide which one to get. Hi, Carol from Almost 2 Acres. Let's talk vermiculture worm bins.
Commercial bins often use stacking tray systems. Worms start in the bottom tray and migrate upward to fresh trays as they finish material. When the bottom tray is all castings, you remove it and harvest it. Here are some popular online options: the original Vermihut Plus 5, the Urban Worm Bag, the Blutzite 5-tray worm compost bin. Here's their advantages. They're designed specifically for vermicomposting. They look pretty decent indoors. They're easier harvesting with a stacking system. They include instructions and setup materials. If you want turnkey and don't mind spending the money, they work great. But you don't have to get a commercial model to succeed. Click on my affiliate links if you'd like to have a look at these commercial systems. I started a worm bin with a single plastic tub 2 years ago. It worked pretty well, but it eventually got too wet for the worms and I had failure last summer. I did have a nice large layer of castings and have learned how to do it different. Here's a great modified process I'll use when building a new one. I may decide to buy one of the commercial better looking models we talked about, or even build a nice version myself from the plans I found. We might have a few worm bins. Here's what you need to build a DIY plastic storage bin system. Your materials are 2 identical plastic opaque or dark colored storage totes in the 10 to 18 gallon size, and a drill with 1/8 or 1/4 inch bit. These size storage bins work well because wider and shallower beats tall and narrow. Worms naturally stay in the top 6 to 8 inches, so shallow bins are more efficient. To build it, start with bin number 1. This is your working bin. Drill 20 to 30 holes in the bottom for drainage. Drill 20 to 30 holes around the upper sides for air circulation. Skip the lid holes if keeping indoors, because this prevents fruit flies. If outdoors, drill lid holes for ventilation. When I got done drilling the holes on the outside and opened it up on the inside, I noticed that there were big pieces of plastic sticking up. So then I put my drill through the inside outward, and then I could level out all those pieces of plastic so that it was nice and flat inside. Bin number 2 is your catch basin. No holes. The working bin sits inside this one. Any excess moisture drains into the bottom bin, keeping your working bin from getting waterlogged. Place a couple of bricks in the bottom bin because the top bin doesn't want to sit in any kind of water. Now you're done. That's a functional worm bin. See my affiliate links in the description if you want to have a look at the DIY plans I plan to use this spring to build yet another kind of worm bin. Now you need worms. I have another video about that coming next. There's some affiliate links below for places to get red wigglers if you want to have a look. Here's your size guide and the amount of food needed for these worms. A 10 to 18 gallon bin should be good for a family of 4. 1 pound of worms needs about 3 to 4 pounds of scraps per week. Start smaller and add a second bin later if you need it. Here are things worth noting. Plastic lasts longer than wood. Wood works but rots eventually. Use opaque bins only. Worms hate light. Of course, DIYers do have other options also. You can use wooden boxes, old dressers, bathtubs, whatever. The same principles apply. You must have drainage, air circulation, dark environment, and moisture retention. Now it's time for you to decide. Choose commercial if you want everything included, you don't mind the cost, indoor appearance does matter, and you want easier harvesting. Choose DIY if you're on a budget, you like building things, you don't care about aesthetics, and you want to start right now this weekend. Both produce identical castings. The worms don't know the difference. This decision is about your preferences and budget, not your success rate.
Once you've decided which worm bin system to buy or which bin to build, let's move on then to what we need to put inside so the worms can call it home and start multiplying and making worm castings. Until next time, let's thank spring and worms.